Welcome, chums, to the 24th Colonel Marbles Miniatures Review vidcast, my weekly trawl through the latest sci-fi, fantasy and pulp 28 to 32mm metal miniature releases. It's been a pretty slow 7 days, I'm afraid, but I've still managed to pull together a top 10 for your delectation and delight this week. I'm very pleased to say the show continues to be sponsored by Rattlehead Games, fine purveyors of many of the independent sci-fi and fantasy figures featured in the show. And last week's number 1 kicks us off this week at number 10 is Privateer Press and Hordes. This is a 6-winged Everblight Angelius warbeast that will set you back a cool $30 US. And I know that a lot of people online have got quite excited about this particular monster, and fair play to them, but it's just not my cup of tea, I'm afraid. And yes, it's back to Spain for our number 9 slot and Eldorado. Now this new figure bears a striking resemblance to Mrs. Marbles, but that's my concern and not yours. Anyway, I don't have a lot of info about her, the figure I mean, not Mrs. Marbles, but she obviously knows what she's doing with that mace. Next up at number 8 is Jonas Dymal, who's making a regular appearance in these shows recently. This is a nice set of two 28mm miniatures, a paladin and a squire, in 3 pieces, and will set you back €6 for both. At number 7 we have Zombie Smith. This is a new 28mm core infantry sci-fi figure called Yordril Pren. Sculpted by New Zealander Aaron Brown, this will cost $5 US. It's quite an impressive figure. My only concern is that it does look worryingly like Roland Rat Superstar, or is that just me showing my age again? And so we move swiftly on to number 6 and Eastern Front miniatures. This is a blade dancer from a sculptor I only know as Tice, who's Spanish naturally. A nice enough figure, but not the sort of thing I usually go for, just in case the wife's listening. And so once again we hasten on to look at this giant werebear, which stands 75mm tall and is sculpted by someone I only know as Pyrian. I can't say this is doing a lot for me. Seems a little stilted, more like a man in a bear suit than a man actually turning into a bear. Blimey, we're up to number 5 already in this Avatars of War. Felix Paniagua, and I really hope I pronounced that right this time, has posted some preview pics of his forthcoming orc hero. This typically over-the-top miniature still has some spikes and severed heads to be added apparently. It's all a bit too Games Workshop for me, but Felix is still one of the top sculptors out there. And at 4 this week we have Reaper miniatures. Now where has this miniature been all my life? Yes, of course, it's a gnome druid mounted on a toad as sculpted by Jason Veeb. It's a lot of fun and would make a great RPG character. In fact, I feel like getting out my old copy of 3rd edition D&D now and writing him up. Ah, them were the days. Right, straight on into the top 3, and at 3 it's Mad Puppet miniatures. This, wait a minute, let me just check. Oh yes, it's another Spanish company. Have 3 new minis available for their new Wasteland Scum range of sci-fi gang figures. First up is this leader with a rather fine mohawk selling for €7. And this is a dude with a heavy weapon going for €750. All of these are sculpted by Edgar Ramos. And finally €6 will get you this rather nice female trooper. Edgar is a very talented sculptor whose wood elf I bought at Salute and it was absolutely magnificent. At number 2 this week we find Darkwater miniatures. This, I think you'll agree, is a rather cool looking ogre berserker, sculpted by Jason Hendricks. It will come in 3 parts, forearm with punch knife, arm with sword, and the main body. He certainly looks like he's used too many illegal steroids, and he's a fearsome looking beast for sure. Sponsored in part by Blue Table Painting, your first choice for an excellent miniatures painting service. But at number 1 this week, what I think is probably going to be a slightly controversial choice, it's a fledgling company, Killer Bee Games. They've started a range of retro sci-fi themed figures sculpted by Bob Ollie and Brad Shear, which hope to capture the feel of science fiction serials of the 1930s and 1980s cartoons. I really love this 28mm evil Mecha Man. Just tons of character, and the good news is he'll only set you back £2 UK. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing more from Killer Bee Games. Okay, we've come to the end of another exciting episode of the Colonel Marbles Miniatures Review vidcast. Thanks for your continued interest, and I hope to see you back here, same time, same place, next week.